Is charging interest on loans to the poor exploitation, creating financial bondage, profiting from those in need, the exact opposite of love for neighbor? Let's begin in Nehemiah chapter 5. Did the people cry out to God because of financial exploitation? Now there was a great outcry of the people and of their wives against their Jewish brothers, for there were those who said, "We, our sons and our daughters are many, therefore let's get grain so that we may eat and live." And there were others who said, "We're mortgaging our fields, our vineyards, and our houses so that we might get grain because of the famine." There also were those who said, "We've borrowed money for the king's tax on our fields and our vineyards, and now our flesh is like the flesh of our brothers, our children like their children. Yet, behold, we're forcing our sons and our daughters to be slaves, and some of our daughters are forced into bondage already, and we're helpless because our fields and vineyards belong to others." Was the wealthy class charging interest on loans to the poor, contrary to God's law? Had they turned into disgusting predators that only saw their brethren as prey? When I heard their outcry and these charges, I was very angry. I pondered them in my mind, and then accused the nobles and officials. I told them, "You're charging your own people interest." So I called together a large meeting to deal with them and said, "As far as possible, we've bought back our fellow Jews who were sold to the Gentiles, and now you're selling your own people, only for them to be sold back to us." They kept quiet, because they could find nothing to say. So I continued, "What you are doing is not right. Shouldn't you walk in the fear of our God, to avoid the reproach of our Gentile enemies? I and my brothers and my men are also lending the people money and grain. But let's stop charging interest. Give back to them immediately their fields, vineyards, olive groves, and houses, and also the interest you're charging them, 1% of the money, grain, new wine, and olive oil." Did they relent and make a promise not to charge interest anymore? So they said, "We'll restore it, and we'll require nothing from them. We'll do as you say." Then I called the priests and required an oath from them that they would do according to this promise. Then I shook out the fold of my garment and said, "So may God shake out each man from his house and from his property, who do not perform this promise. Even thus may he be shaken out and emptied." And all the assembly said, "Amen," and praised the Lord. Then the people did according to this promise. Did Nehemiah refuse to take any official allowance or burden the people, but rather rely on his own funds? For the entire 12 years that I was governor of Judah, from the 20th year to the 32nd year of the reign of King Artaxerxes, neither I nor my officials drew on our official food allowance. The former governors, in contrast, had laid heavy burdens on the people, demanding a daily ration of food and wine, besides 40 pieces of silver. Even their assistants took advantage of the people. But because I feared God, I did not act that way. I also devoted myself to working on the wall and refused to acquire any land. And I required all my servants to spend time working on the wall. I asked for nothing, even though I regularly fed 150 Jewish officials at my table, besides all the visitors from other lands. The provisions I paid for each day included 1 ox, 6 choice sheep or goats, and a large number of poultry. And every 10 days we needed a large supply of all kinds of wine. Yet I refused to claim the governor's food allowance, because the people already carried a heavy burden. Remember, O my God, all that I've done for these people, and bless me for it. Did Paul reveal his love by using money from elsewhere so as not to be a burden on the Corinthians? I robbed other churches by taking a salary from them in order to serve you. While I was with you, I didn't burden any of you, even though I needed things. The believers who came from Macedonia gave me everything I needed. I kept myself from being a financial drain on you in any way, and I will continue to keep myself from being a burden. Is charging interest on loans to the poor exploitation, creating financial bondage, profiting from those in need, the exact opposite of love for neighbor? You decide.